In today's video, we are tackling decorating my new home that I just moved into about a month ago. So we are just making it more homey, adding decorations to the space. We are also just going to be giving the house a good little tidy, just keeping things straightened up so whenever I go into labor, we're not having a disaster of a mess, just keeping up on things. I hope you get tons of motivation, and let's go ahead and get started. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Haley and I'm so happy you're stopping by today's video. Today we are going to just be tidying up the house, getting it kind of cleaned up. It's not too messy, but it's definitely a little bit chaotic. We just need to get some things organized a little bit better, tidied up, just so that way we're keeping the house fairly cleaned, so that way if I were to go into labor at any moment, the house is put together. So that's kind of like my goal, is to kind of keep things just straightened up for the most part. And I feel like I can keep this house so much cleaner just because there's more space, so it kind of seems like it's maybe cleaner. I don't really know, maybe it just we're able to, but we need to get in and fold some laundry, make my bed, clean Waverly's room. She had a friend over the other day and they got toys out and they're just all jumbled, so I need to get those organized. I need to do the dishes, clean the kitchen, and then we do have some laundry in the dryer that I need to get folded as well. And then we do just kind of have some baby things that will probably end up just getting left here in the living room until we fully organize that. That'll be coming in my next video, but I have just been kind of wanting to get the house cleaned up a little bit, and then we're also going to be doing some decorating. I've been kind of messing around with how I want to decorate the space, so I think careful, you don't want to lose your ring. Okay. But today I think I just want to kind of get things organized a little bit more. We still need to move our TV stand. We have a box that needs to go downstairs that goes with the TV stand. I can't really do that too much though, just because it's pretty heavy and I've already fallen down the stairs. I don't really want to risk it anymore. And then Trajan still needs to hang my vacuum. And then I do have some things that I want to hang on the wall, so hopefully he can get that hung for me soon. Stuff in the bathroom and here in the living room, so maybe some stuff in the dining room as well. We'll kind of see. I just want to have the house somewhat decorated. It doesn't have to be perfect by any means. I'm gonna start to decorate for fall in September after the baby is here, so we'll kind of just have this as like temporary kind of decorations, and as we live here longer, we'll be getting end tables, lamps, like actually making the space feel like home. And so in the meantime, I just kind of want to have things settled, look nice, because we will be having visitors and all of that. So I want to just make sure that the house looks like presentable and not a complete disaster. So today we are just going to be doing some light cleaning, decorating, and maybe some organization. So let's go ahead and get started.
Don't wanna wake up, I might be dreaming. I might be dreaming. You're stirring things up, my heart is beating. My heart is beating. I won't let go, I can't say no. My heart is yours, so I say here we go. You do that something to me, you do that something to my heart. I give up, feel my stop, I'm like a spinning top.
So I wanted to get started today with some decorating. I've been kind of just playing around with my decorations, figuring out how I wanted to decorate the space, and we did have this hutch in our previous home, but it was more in the kitchen, and so I decorated it with more kitchen things, and we had some shelving in our living room, so I kind of just used some of the shelving pieces and put them in the hutch. There's definitely some things that I want to get for the hutch just to make it a little bit more cozy, maybe some books, just a few more things that kind of fit my style. So I'll be kind of looking for those items. Like I said, though, I will be decorating for fall in September sometimes. Who knows with the baby when exactly that's going to be. I knew decorating before was just going to be a little too much for me this year, so I was like, I'll wait till September. So we are just going to kind of have things the way they are. I'm using majority of just things I already had, and even just adding the little bit of decorations that I did really has just cozied up this space and made it look really homey. And I really love the way the top of this hutch turned out. It is so cute and just kind of like country farmhouse. I don't even know the style that I have. I just kind of like lots of neutrals, but pops of like greenery, and I do want to add kind of like a pop of some kind of color, I think, in my home. I'm trying to decide what that is. I feel like in my other house I had so much brown going on with like our brown doors, brown trim, the brown walls, that I was trying to just use anything but brown. And so I used a lot of gray because there was a little bit of gray in our trim. But I feel like just like straight gray doesn't really look that great in the home based on like the wall color we chose, because everything's kind of like a creamy white, which I really love. It kind of brightens it and just, I don't know, adds more of a homey touch to the space. But like, for example, the shutters that I have, they are pulling way too gray, and I'm not a huge fan. And you didn't see it in this video, but I have had my husband help hang my shutters, my window, bathroom stuff, and the shutters definitely need painted, and I think I'm going to paint them like a brown, or maybe I can stain them. I don't really know what exactly they're made out of.
It ain't my style. It ain't my style.
I cannot find my packing tape anywhere, and I know I have it because I had like 3 extra rolls. So in the meantime, like in a perfect world, I would want to kind of try to just get this to be hidden as much as possible. I'm going to just try to move it the best I can, and we'll just play around with it. This blackboard is definitely going to be an eyesore, but for now it's going to kind of show. I'm hoping I can find like some candlesticks or something else to kind of hide it, but for now it's going to just kind of show, and I'm going to hide it the best I can. But I will be finding my packing tape and like just trying to put it along the edge just so you don't see it as much. So, but for now it's just going to kind of stick out. And then just kind of going with our mantle. I love that I have this mantle to decorate, and for now I just used some of this greenery that I used on my TV stand in the old house with my home sign. I'm not like super loving it. I want to figure out something else, but I tried using the candlesticks that I put in the hutch a little bit ago, and I did like the way those looked. I might need to find a little bit smaller of ones, or maybe like the thin candles, and then I need to get a set of 4 so they match. But I really liked the way like the candlesticks looked, so I'm going to be on the hunt for something like that. And I am also going to take those command hooks down because they aren't centered, and whenever it's Christmas time when we're hanging stockings, I'll probably put command hooks on top of the mantle instead of right there. But I'm super happy to have that mantle. It's going to look so cozy. I did have our previous TV stand in this video still up. We have moved it since, and that has helped the space look so much better. But for now, we are moving on into the dining room. The dining room is still a work in progress. We still need to finish our actual table, not the table that's currently in here. We need to finish the floors. That's probably going to be an after baby project at this point, just because I am like 2 weeks away from having this baby. So at any point I will be going into labor. So I don't really want to get into too much of projects like going on with that. So for now, I just wanted to get these shelves kind of decorated, and I really love the way that they turned out. I used a lot of my Hutch decor and just put them on these shelves, and it works great. There is a few things that I think I want to like add and change. I've thought about moving our coffee maker over to here. Trajan drinks coffee. I personally don't. I just end up using it for like hot chocolate. So I was thinking I could make some kind of like a coffee bar or something to give us more kitchen space since our kitchen is small. And I was thinking I could even bring like my flour, brown sugar just to kind of make the kitchen have more counter space. So I might add that in eventually with some of my holiday decor. We're just going to kind of play it by ear, see how it goes. And eventually I know that I'll get it exactly how I want. I want to add a few things to the walls, but just adding these few pieces of decorations to the space has really helped cozy it up. And I'm excited to just slowly add more decorations and make it more homey, but just adding a few simple things really helps. Now this is like the eyesore where you end up having like our like random table that we have with our random chairs, and then we actually brought in, when my sister was here, a chair that actually goes to our actual table in the garage. So we just kind of have a mixed matched situation on our hands, but it just feels nice that we actually have like a dining space where we can sit and eat as a family. Before we were just eating like at our island, and I don't know, it just wasn't as homey. This house is just, I feel like I don't get it as messy because there's like more space to kind of be around, so it's not all just cluttered on the island. If you watched any of my other videos, like the island and table were like the catch-all, always messy spaces, and here I feel like I don't really have that too much, and it just feels good to have like an actual home to be living in and not just like a rectangle square area. But we are going to go ahead and get some folded laundry folded. And then like I said, that like basket right there has a bunch of baby things, and the drawer, like plastic drawer organizer, has a bunch of baby things, and that's all going to go into Waverly's room because they're eventually going to end up sharing. So that will be in my next video, me organizing all of the baby's things. But for today, I just wanted to get the house straightened up and just make it so that way if I were to go into labor at any moment, I'm not having a huge mess that I'm feeling like I need to hurry and clean before I go into the hospital, or like when I get home having this big mess. So my goal has really been to try to go to bed with a clean house for the most part, and so far I've been pretty decent at it. I will say the day that I'm filming this voiceover, we did end up going to bed with a big pile of dishes, but that's okay. I was like, though, that can easily be put into the dishwasher, and really besides that, our house was clean, so that really hasn't stressed me out. But I officially have the hospital bag packed for me and baby, and then I just need to throw a few things together for Waverly, and then Trajan's pretty much gonna pack his, but I'll probably just kind of start getting things together. But it feels so good to just have everything ready for baby now, and I'll talk about that more in my next video. But I did get these pillows from Walmart. I can't remember the line that they were from, but I like them. They are like a little small, but I'm thinking I could get a little bit bigger of a pillow and maybe have it be the pop of color that I want to add. Or I'm thinking I could add these pillows to my room since I did get a new duvet. I haven't set that out or anything. I'm kind of wanting to wait until after the baby and I've kind of recovered postpartum, just because it is white and just with a new baby and me being postpartum, there can be a lot of messes going on, and so I think I might wait to put that out until after I have the baby, but then I might actually put these pillows in there.
All the girls, they follow you around every day. What can I do to make you mine? Just look my way, I see you try to be cool, but it's not you. I'm the one that you want. So try me, babe. Watching from afar, wishing upon a star. If you could only see what I see, trying to open up your eyes that been wide shut, but I believe it's not a dream. I'm gonna change your mind about me. I gotta make you see me fit perfectly, like it's meant to be, so desperately. So just follow me, 'cause I've got the key. Let's unlock our hearts and find out what's inside it. Could be anything, a good thing. So let's change your mind about me. What you got to lose? We could talk all night long about everything. Can feel this way on my own. You see it too. I'll go ahead, keeping on. I won't fold, open up.
Here in the bedroom, things weren't too messy. I just needed to make the bed, and then we had gotten internet, but the previous people had like a router and stuff, so we were like using that, seeing if it was gonna work, and then we just like took everything out that we weren't using. But I need to figure out like a table or something to kind of hide these cords, just so it's not so visible. So we'll kind of see what I end up coming up with for that. It's kind of awkward where the dresser's there, but it's not tall enough to actually sit on the dresser, so we'll see what I end up coming up with. And then Waverly had, I can't remember why she had put all of her toys in here, but she had put her toys in here for some reason, so I needed to clean those up, so she was helping me. And then we have one of our other chairs that goes with the other table and a fan propped up because our house gets really hot, so that kind of just stays in here. We need to get a little bit better setup, maybe just like a taller fan or something, but for now that works. It's just real life over here, showing you the real life and how our house is. But then we're going to get the house vacuumed up, and then we're going to go into the upstairs bathroom, and I'm going to go ahead and just give it a little bit of a tidy. I needed to put things away and then just kind of clean out the sink, give the floors a good vacuum, and that was really all I did for the bathroom. And that's actually all I did on this day. I did pick it up the next day, so we will finish those things and then I will pick up cleaning on the next day.
I could tell you thought you owned the place. The words that you said, the 2 steps ahead. Well, your way to play was widespread. Take a chance, you said, with quite the charm. And then you got me unharmed. Bet you thought you'd screw me over, but you do no harm. If you don't like what you find, don't feel obliged. There's a line waiting right behind. Now if you want, we can fight. I've got all night if I'm not all that exciting. Fine. Don't think you're burning me. I'm free and fine. See, got other places to be. If you don't like what you find, don't feel obliged. There's a line waiting right behind. Now we've had some fun, but I'm not the one. Since you walk over me when you're done, it's not what I see, and I won't be weak. I won't let you hush me when I speak. Take a chance, you said, with quite the charm. And then you got me unharmed. But you thought you'd screw me over, but you do no harm.
Okay, it's the next day. I ended up going out with Trajan yesterday evening, so I didn't get the kitchen clean. We went to go look for elk because he has an elk tag that goes from August to September. So he's trying to get it before the baby comes. We'll see if that happens. So far, no luck. Well, he's actually seen quite a few that he was going to shoot, but he hasn't actually shot one yet. So we will see when that ends up happening. But we're going to work a little bit later today because I'm going to lunch with my grandma. So we're going we're like leaving like a little bit later. So I have a little bit more time today. So I have about like 10-12 minutes until we need to get out the door. Waverly's occupied right now. So I'm going to try to get the dishes done as best I can in that time. I don't want to run the dishwasher because I feel like this dishwasher makes me nervous because of just, I don't know. It just makes me nervous to let it run while I'm gone. So I'm going to leave it and then I'll probably just start it as soon as I get home from work. So I will probably just finish getting it loaded and then I'll probably not have time to hand wash any dishes and I'll do that when I get back. So that's the plan. Let's get to it.
I shut my eyes, trying not to speak, pretend that I'm dreaming. I smell your breath, not listening, but I still hear you screaming. Step away till you hear what I'm saying. Sounds like thunder. And the clouds are closing in. You see, I know this, but the last days in real life I've noticed. Losing focus, breaking up from our life as we know it. If someone had told me that I will take off and find something greener than gold. If someone had told me that I will be strong, I'm gonna rise and fly and leave the gold between the lines. I turn my head and hold it high, but it's making me shiver. He's not like you, don't want him to. He's more like the river, growing stronger. When we're alone, there's no you in the picture. Paint by numbers isn't how I want it to. You see, I know this, but the last days in real life I've noticed. Losing focus, breaking up from our life as we know it. If someone had told me that I will take off and find something greener than gold. If someone had told me that I will be strong, I'm gonna rise and fly and leave the gold between the lines.
So I actually did end up having time to hurry and hand wash these dishes. The pan I ended up having to kind of let soak. There was some like stuck on cheese, so I left that while I was at work, but I was able to get the kitchen cleaned, which felt so good to have that done when we came home from work, just so that way I didn't have to do it later and then I could just start the dishwasher, and it was really nice to have that done. Something that I do need to get is different light bulbs. The lighting in this kitchen with the light bulbs that are currently in there are just not doing the lighting any favors because of the color of the cabinets. It's just not cute. So I am going to get some new light bulbs for that space, and then we still need to figure out how exactly I want to decorate the kitchen. We're going to probably use a lot of cutting boards and things that go up against the wall to decorate, so we keep a lot of our counter, and then we do need to find our little rolling cart for by the stove, just so we have a little bit more space when we are cooking. It really isn't as bad as we thought it was going to be, but it's definitely an adjustment and we still need to get used to it. But moving on into Waverly's room, Waverly was outside with Trajan. I think they were cooking dinner or something like that. We had gotten home from work, so he was with her, playing with her outside. So I was like, I'm gonna go in and tackle Waverly's room, get all the toys organized. So I started out by making her bed, straightening up her stuffed animals. I need to get a bed skirt for her little box spring, because right now it does show through, but for now it works. And then I'm just going through all of her toys, making sure that they're in the right areas. Like I said, she had a friend over, so things were just out of place and I wanted to get them straightened up, because she's more likely to play with her toys when they're organized and she can see them and just pick out exactly what she wants to play with and then bring it out and play with it.
If you wanna see some crazy and also lazy, then you should meet me and my friends. Even though we got no money, for sure it's so funny. Yeah, everything's better with them. We're just like, ooh, ooh, ooh. We don't worry about tomorrow. We just do, ooh, ooh, what we wanna do tonight. Waking up at sundown, the world's our playground, and we don't even have to pretend. Every time we're together, it doesn't get better, and every day's like a weekend. We're just like, ooh, ooh, ooh. We don't worry about tomorrow. We just do, ooh, ooh, what we wanna do tonight. So don't tell me how to act or how I should be. All we wanted is to be free. We don't wanna be like you. Oh, 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 oh. You see, we just act a little crazy, and we're following our heartbeats. We don't wanna be like you. Oh, 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 oh. Got the boombox blasting and we're just laughing. The neighbors try to shut us down, but you know they can't blame us for acting shameless. Now we just like to have some fun. We're just like, ooh, ooh, ooh. We don't worry about tomorrow. We just do, ooh, ooh, what we wanna do tonight. Before we all grow old. So don't tell me how to act or how I should be. All we wanted is to be free. We don't wanna be like you. Oh, 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 oh. You see, we just act a little crazy, and we're following our heartbeats. We don't wanna be like you. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah. Don't wanna be like you. Don't wanna act like you. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah. Don't wanna be like you. Don't wanna act like you.
We haven't really decorated this space at all, and I really want to decorate it. I just am trying to decide exactly what to do, because the two kids are going to eventually end up sharing a room. Now that is a little bit far off, but not like too far off. Once the baby is kind of transitioning out of the cradle, we'll kind of see if they would we think that based on like sleeping and all of that, how that's going, if they could share a room right then, or if we'll just put like the crib in our room for a little while, just until maybe the baby's sleeping better, whatever. So because of that, I've had a hard time knowing how to decorate the space, because I could go super girly and for like quite a few months it'll be okay because Waverly's just in the room, but then once they start to share, I won't want it to be as girly. So what are some kind of good themes that I could do for a boy and a girl room? Depending on how long we are living here and how old Waverly gets, and if I feel comfortable, we might end up moving Waverly downstairs, but for now I think that they will always end up kind of sharing a room, and we'll just put some of our toys downstairs and do like toy rotation upstairs. But we're just finishing up Waverly's room, and then that's going to wrap up today's video. Thank you guys all so much for being here and hanging out with me. I hope you guys got tons of decor inspo and cleaning motivation, and I will see you guys in my next one.